Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I'm going to chat with you guys about something I've made as a casual observation. Again, I'm doing this at the age of 47, and again, I'm not telling people how to be a father. I am not a father, okay? Just make that clear. But I am someone who gets put in a position of mentorship frequently because I'm a coach, things like that. So I'm often in those positions to where young men do seek out my advice. I'm also in a situation to where, because of how I look walking down the street, or even when I've been in gyms training and stuff in the past, I oftentimes do get stopped by younger men who, hey, they ask me for some training advice, or they're inspired, or they're chatting with me. We're like, whoa, you were really jacked. Like, how old are you? You're like, you're my dad's age, or older than my dad. And they're then inspired by it. And I mean, it could be guys as young as high school guys who will stop you in a grocery store, or it could be guys in their 20s. But the thing is, I have noticed that they want to stop and talk to you. They're inspired, they're motivated, okay? They seek out your wisdom because they recognize that. They're like, wow. I mean, especially when you are the age of their father or older, they really notice. And dads, that's kind of the point I'm making. Okay? I want you guys to think about that for a moment when it comes to inspiring your sons. And I mean, even your daughters, right? I mean, I think it applies there too. But particularly because we as a society are so soft and so out of shape, young men who do want to be fit or athletic or in shape, they're not used to seeing that. They're not used to seeing that because they don't see it with their own dads. Okay, they, in the example of their own household, oftentimes they're over there saying, hey, I don't want to get in shape, or I want to play a sport, or I'm going to be fit, or I'm going to go work out. But then their own father isn't fit, isn't in shape, doesn't work out. And I want you guys to stop and really think about that for a moment, the message that sends to your children. Okay? Think about that for a moment. How knowledge is passed down in generations, how we're motivated by the things we see in our household, for better or for worse. You know? And I think it's a sad situation to where a lot of young men who are trying to get shape, because it seems to be more oftentimes of a younger man thing. Although we are seeing an improvement, man, the masters, lifters, older guys in the gyms, a lot of them are killing it. But we need to see more of that, because let's think about that for a moment. When one of those young men stops me and they ask me the questions, and I one time in a grocery store had like a whole group of like high school guys, there were 5 of them, and they're goofing off in a grocery store, right? And they stopped and talked to me for a minute. They're like, dude, you're jacked, you got veins everywhere. Like, what do you do to lift? And they had questions. But then they go home and then maybe see their dad, and their dad's on the couch, doesn't lift, not in shape. And I want people to think about that. Fathers out there, how do you think those young men then look? And I'm not trying to say that, I need to be replacing their father or any such nonsense. But they saw me up in my late 40s, right, doing this. And then they went home and saw their dad. After being inspired, do you think there was a little disappointment? Do they're kind of like, why can't my dad be like that? And that's a powerful thing. And particularly for young men who they're trying to find that positive role models in their lives. And I would say to dads out there, man, you guys have to be that positive role model. It's important. Okay? It's important. Because then who's going to teach this next generation of young men anything? And we don't even need to get into any sort of traditional value. We don't have to discuss any of that. Let's set any of that aside. Okay? Let's set gender roles aside. Let's just talk about health and fitness. These young people, young men and young women, human beings, there we go. They're not learning fitness and health and lifting and proper nutrition in their household. They're behind the curve, okay? They're behind the curve. They then have to go learn it elsewhere. All right? If you're a parent, and I know people say all the time, it's harder as a parent, you got to make the time. And I totally get that, but I have clients who do it. Dude, I got clients who have 2 or 3 children. They still make the time to do this. They make the time to train. What example does that set to your household? Okay? And this applies to the mothers, not just the fathers. Inspire, again, sons and daughters, inspire your children. Okay? If we're not fit, if parents aren't fit and healthy, how are the children supposed to learn? It's then harder. It puts them behind. This is one of the reasons we have the problems we do in this country with obesity and illness and lack of fitness. Because it does start in the household. And the thing I would say to those parents out there, and particularly you guys, what message are you sending to your sons? Okay? What message are you sending to your sons? Wouldn't you rather be setting a positive example? You need to make sure you're setting a positive example. Now, I'm not telling you need to force them to work out. I don't believe that's a good idea. I think they need to come to it on their own. Okay? But if they see you doing it, they see you leading by example, setting forward a positive example with your own life, what is the likelihood that they are going to want to imitate that? They shouldn't have to see me walking down the street. And I don't mind being that example. I'm happy to be. I'm happy to be that example to inspire others. I want that. But, guys, they need to see it from Dad too. And I think it's important. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir with this channel. But it's just something I was thinking about. And it's a message I think it's important to put out there. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.